Hi, I'm Jennifer Mele. I'm an independent consultant with Pampered Chef. Welcome to my kitchen. So today is the beginning of Steve's birthday week. So I asked him, I was like, what would you like? It's your birthday week. So his first choice was carrot cake. So I'm gonna make that a little bit closer to his actual birthday. Today I'm making salted caramel chocolate chip cookie bars. So I started with a double batch because a single batch would make about a 9-inch pan, and I'm using a 9 by 13. So I've greased my pan. I put in some parchment paper to make it easier for lift up. Made a double batch of chocolate chip cookies, and I prefer really good chocolate. If you're gonna go, sweets, you might as well do it right. So Ghirardelli is our favorite, and that's what I stand by. So I put half of the batch into my pan. I kind of smushed it down. This is the baker's roller. It helps with making it smooth. And my next step was some caramel sauce. This container I bought at the Dollar Tree. There's 2 in the package. And I use it for everything from barbecue sauce to caramel. Plus I love a good label maker. But yeah, whatever I have on hand that I need to make for easy disbursement, I guess you could say. So we had made, I say we, I made, Steve ate, he loved it, but it was the pecan brownies with the caramel sauce that I posted a recipe for once before. And so I made an extra double batch of the caramel sauce in the deluxe cooking blender. It's so good. We put it over ice cream. It stays liquid. It doesn't harden up like some caramels do. It's wonderful over everything. So I'm actually putting the first layer of cookie bar down, and then I'm just going to about 1/2 inch away from the edge of the chocolate chip cookie bar. You want to make sure every bite has caramel in it. So I'm just going to go back and forth until I fill it. Birthdays are fun. It's not always about stuff you can buy in a store. It's like, your favorite dessert, your favorite dinner. Notice mine always revolves around food, but even just going for a walk. It's just, birthdays are fun. So now that I have the caramel sauce, it's pretty much all the way across. I can take my spatula, smooth it out. So again, with the exception of the very edge, so that will help seal the edges, cookie to cookie. I'm just smoothing it. I don't want to forget the salt because that's important. So this is a coarse sea salt. Not too heavy, not too light. It's pretty big, so it comes out slowly, which is a good thing. And I'm going to just take my scraper and just disperse the dough across. The oven is preheating at 325. These freeze really well too, and that's the beautiful thing is, when I make desserts, we don't eat it all in one sitting. We eat some, I put some away in the freezer, so that way it's like visiting an old friend. It's like, oh man, I forgot. Just recently, right before Thanksgiving, I was making room for another turkey because it was on sale. And so I'm going through, I'm like, oh my goodness, I still have some more of those cherry cinnamon rolls. How could I have missed that? So it was really neat to be able to take it out and put it in Steve's lunch to surprise him. He has a sweet tooth. I don't know if you've caught that yet. So I'm just trying to put it in small chunks all the way across. Don't want to waste any of this because it's awesome. And I'm just going to flatten it out a little bit. Whoa. Having a caramel explosion out the side over there. All better, don't worry. I fixed it. Okay, and I like to smooth it out. So I take my baker's roller. It's nice because it has a big side and a little side. This little piece comes off, so if you wanted to make designs in your pie crust, and I just roll it out. I brought my meat tenderizer because I wasn't sure how sturdy the dough would be, so it's been a little bit since I made them, so I was planning on flattening it with my meat tenderizer, but it turns out that's overkill. I don't need to do that. The baker's roller is working fine. So there we go. Now it's nice and smooth. I'm going to do another layer of caramel because that's how we roll. Ah, let's go the other way too. Maybe just a nice light, I would call it a frosting, because once it cools, when I take it out of the oven to cool to room temperature, I'm going to, hi Melissa. I'm going to let it cool to room temperature, and then I will put it into the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Steve doesn't get home until later today, so it'll be perfect for him to have before dinner, because you know, by the time you're done with dinner, you can talk yourself out of having dessert, and that's just a shame because, you know, life is short. Eat dessert first. So all I did was just kind of spread out the caramel. I've tried a couple of different caramel recipes. I personally like to make my own because I can control what's inside of it. If you buy the squares and melt them down like some recipes suggest, you're getting extra stuff that you don't necessarily need. So this is all natural ingredients that I had in my cupboards, and I'll post the recipe. It goes with a cooking blender, but it's great. I made a double batch of the caramel. Like I said, I could use it over anything. I'm gonna sprinkle some sea salt again. It looks like I'm shaking a lot on, but I swear it's coming out really slow. The crystals are so big. That's why I like the coarse for this particular one, because you really get that crunch. So I will show you again. This is what the top is gonna look like. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 325 for about 30 minutes. I'll keep an eye on it towards the last few minutes, and take it out to cool on a wire rack for the rest of the day, I guess, until it gets to room temperature. Then I'll pop it in the fridge so we can have it for dinner. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Merry Christmas early. I believe in celebrating early all month for December. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. Bye.